Sharon Stone almost lost hope of becoming a mother. She went through 9 maternity losses and quite a few failed romances trying to build a family. And when the actress finally had it all, her heart was brutally broken. Moreover, Sharon's right to raise a child was at risk.
I was burned to the ground. It was like a death.
So how did Stone fight for her dream, and did she keep her faith in true love? Having a family was Sharon's lifelong wish. As a kid, she'd never felt loved or cared for, so she wanted to give that to her own children. But when Stone suddenly got the chance, the future star wasn't ready for it. She fell pregnant when she was only 18. As a teenager, she didn't feel mature enough for such a responsibility, so she made the tough decision to not keep her baby. Stone was too young to do the procedure legally in her hometown, so her boyfriend had to secretly drive her to a clinic in another state. The surgery had terrible consequences for Sharon. She was in pain for days afterwards, and she couldn't get any support or medical care. She kept her suffering a secret. And to make things worse, Sharon's boyfriend left her. In her memoirs, the star mentions that she was weak and scared. Little did Sharon know she'd had to fight for decades for another chance at motherhood. Stone was unlucky in love for the next 20 years. The actress was afraid of another heartbreak, so she put all her energy into her career. And she actually became a true 90s icon thanks to her part in Total Recall and, of course, Basic Instinct. After receiving an Oscar nomination and a Golden Globe Award, she seemed to have conquered the whole entertainment world.
I'm stunned and overwhelmed.
In her moment of glory, life gave Sharon another reward, a true love. Stone met journalist Phil Bronstein while filming the movie Spear, and the two fell head over heels for each other. Less than a year later, the couple surprised friends, inviting them to a secret wedding on Valentine's Day. Part of her dream had come true. At 40, Sharon was a happy wife, and she was more than ready to become a mother. The spouses wanted to expand the family right away, and within their first year of marriage, they were expecting a child. But their anticipation was short-lived. In the 5th month of pregnancy, the couple lost their baby. It was a traumatic moment for the two. To make things worse, Sharon suffered another 3 miscarriages, one after another. The couple wondered why this kept happening to them, so they decided to run some tests. The doctors discovered that Sharon had an autoimmune disease, which made it difficult to carry a pregnancy to full term. So the couple was given a very small chance of having a child naturally. Still, they hoped for a miracle. Sharon Stone got pregnant several times more, but every attempt to become a mother ended tragically. As Sharon shared, it's a devastating experience. The actress literally had to go through hell for the sake of her dream. When she was filming in Africa, she remembers experiencing obvious symptoms of miscarriage. But there were no doctors or hospitals around to help her. Sharon had to cope with it on her own. And only when the actress got better did she realize that her life had been in real danger. Her last attempt to have a child ended up with Sharon spending a lot of time in the ICU. On our final attempt to have a baby naturally, I had to go through painful surgery and 36 hours of labor to deliver a stillborn. But in a desperate moment, life threw the actress a life raft. She and her husband got the opportunity to adopt a baby. Fate brought them together with a pregnant woman who didn't want to keep her child. So she agreed to give the couple custody of the newborn. The baby boy Roan was born in front of Sharon. When the star first met her son, she remembers sitting over his cradle all night long. She felt a special love that cannot even be compared to other feelings.
They are over the moon about this baby. It's brought a calm and a peace and serenity and happiness, to lives that were very full and accomplished, except for this one thing.
The actress and her husband could not have imagined greater happiness. Sharon remembers that every detail in her life became magical just because she was sharing it with her son. But when Roan was just a year old, Stone lost everything she'd worked for her entire life. She suffered a massive stroke that severely damaged her brain. The actress underwent a series of brain surgeries.
There was about a 5% chance of me living. My whole life was wiped out.
She lost her memory, all her skills, and even physical abilities.
I woke up finding out that this is what had happened, and then I had to learn to walk, hear, write, talk, remember, and everything all over again.
Sharon had to go through a long rehabilitation process, which took years. Actually, she recalls struggling to walk for about a year following the incident. She needed a lot of strength and courage to get through it, and of course, faith. She had lost her spot in the film industry and didn't know if she would ever be able to reclaim it. So it was critical for her to feel supported and loved. But instead of standing by Sharon, her husband cheated on her. He left her heartbroken with shattered dreams and poor health and filed for divorce.
Others aren't that interested in a broken person.
So you just felt alone?
I was alone.
To top it all, Sharon's ex-husband remarried and took their son away to his new family. Phil used the star's weak health to sue for sole custody of their boy. And it was the most devastating blow for Sharon.
Wow, I lost so much. My career was basically over, my family was over, I got divorced, my child was taken away, a lot of my identity.
The star revealed she couldn't function after all she had survived. But Sharon had come too far to become a mother just to lose her boy. She had no other choice but to gather strength and begin a battle for custody. The actress recalls that nothing else mattered at that moment except getting her own back. Sharon took more than 4 years to win the right to be a mother again. She describes her custody battle as a very humiliating and painful fight. She even had heart disease during this period. Sharon claims that her heart was actually broken.
It was a very difficult time. I wasn't strong enough and healthy enough to be in court several times fighting for custody.
When the actress finally got shared custody, her son was 8 years old. So Stone missed almost 7 years of his life, and she was determined to make up for that. Sharon also adopted 2 more boys, Laird and Quinn. And finally, Sharon got to enjoy parenthood to the fullest. I think that love is the greatest faith there is, and if you stay faithful in your love, then you're going to be okay. Stone gradually returned to her career as her sons grew older. The star also began to use her fame and influence to assist others who were experiencing the same troubles she did. The actress raises funds for medical research and supports charitable foundations. Sharon has truly earned the right for harmony in her life, at home, in society, and on the screen. The actress is also quite proud of her eldest son, who has chosen to follow in her footsteps. 22-year-old Ron is starting out in the performing business and attending social parties with his mother.
It's a lot of fun to be here.
And what about a man? Sharon realized that she is not prepared to spend her life with someone who doesn't share her values. So she concluded that being a single mother was better than being a heartbroken wife.
When I was a kid, I always wanted to have a house full of kids running and screaming and dogs, and I got it. And I feel very blessed and happy about the life I live.
Failure is not the end. It is part of the journey. Don't let it stop you from reaching your destination.